Hello friends, in earlier video we have seen stereochemistry of allenes. Now today we have to see stereochemistry and chirality of biphenyls. What are biphenyls? Biphenyls are the compounds contain two phenyl rings attached with sigma covalent bond. So here this one phenyl ring joined with other phenyl ring with this sigma covalent bond. This is here carbon carbon single bond, and this compound is called as biphenyl. Now suitably ortho substituted biphenyls shows optical isomerism due to restricted rotation of this single bond. This is called as Atropisimerism. Atropisimerism is the restricted rotation of this carbon carbon single bond of biphenyls due to bulkier ortho groups. This is called as Atropisimerism. Means the biphenyls may show optical isomerism due to restricted rotation of this single sigma bond. Actually, when ortho groups are not here, then both the rings are continuously rotated. So this rotation cannot be hindered. Rotation is continuously going on. So both the rings lie like this orthogonal, that is coaxial. Both rings may coplanar, coaxial, coplanar. So through the rotation, one isomer can be converted to other isomer. So to block this rotation, we have to incorporate ortho groups to these orthocarbons, so that the compound can be optically active. But condition that these groups should be different. Means if I have here this is suppose A Bulkier group, this is here B, this is here A, this is here B. So this A should not equal to B. So this A should not be B. If the similar groups attached here, then the compound can have plane of symmetry. Actually in this structure, when we incorporate here these bulkier groups, so due to the steric effect, these groups repels each other. So because of this repulsion, both rings cannot lie in this coplanar form. So the rings will take this position. Both the rings will take this coaxial position, that is called as perpendicular to each other. So this one ring and this other ring lie in a coaxial form like this. This is suppose vertical, this may be horizontal, and these are the ortho groups attached to this. When both the rings lie like this, then it has a plane of symmetry or center of symmetry. That's why, and this repulsion is there. So because of this repulsion, both rings will lie like this. So if you see the actual arrangement of this biphenyl, suppose this one ring is one arranged system, this is another arranged system. So here both the rings cannot lie like this. If they are becoming like this, then the ortho groups present here, they repel each other. So because of this repulsion, to relieve this repulsion, both rings will take this position. So here this position is called as coaxial position, and the substituents attached to ortho positions of these rings are also lie in a perpendicular plane. Hence it has no element of symmetry. It has no plane of symmetry, it has no center of symmetry, it has no alternating axis of symmetry. So due to absence of these element of symmetries, these ortho substituted biphenyls shows optical isomerism because it exists in an enantiomeric form. So as it exists in enantiomeric form, it exhibits optical isomerism and the compounds are chiral. When these groups are identical, then what can happen? If I have this A, here this B, here this is A, here this is B, here this is B. So it has plane of symmetry. So we can pass here plane. In spite of both the rings lie like this, then this group and this group is same. So it has a plane of symmetry. So it is optically inactive, or such a compounds cannot be resolved because of having symmetry, plane of symmetry or center of symmetry. while these compounds will lie like this. To relieve this steric repulsion, the compound will lie like this. So the best example, first optically active compound prepared by Christian Kenner is dinitro-diphenylic acid, 6,6-dinitro-diphenylic acid. Here this is COOH, here this is NO2, here this may be NO2 or COOH, here this is NO2. The actual structure is this one ring lie in this plane of board, while this ring lie perpendicular to the board. Now we have to see its actual structure and the pair of enantiomers of dinitro-diphenylic acid. So this is 6,6-dinitro-2,2-diphenylic acid, or biphenyl 2,2-carboxylic acid. Now see here the enantiomers of dinitro-diphenylic acid. So here suppose this ring lie in the plane NO2 COH and this ring lie out of the plane. So here this comes towards us, this one side comes towards us and this goes behind. So this goes behind. So this is these are the two carbons coming towards us, coming towards observer, and this two carbons goes behind. So here these groups are oriented to front direction or back direction. So here it can be NO2 or COH. So here what we understand from this one ring lie in the plane of board, while this ring lie perpendicular to the plane of board. Why? Because of this bulkier NO2 and COH, they will lie like this. So this bond rotation is hindered. So this hindered rotation creates optical isomerism in this compound, and it exists in a enantiomeric forms. So this is suppose mirror. So I have to see here mirror images of this. So this goes behind. This comes front. This is in the plane. Here we have COH goes behind. This NO2 group comes on front direction, while this nitro and carboxy group lie in the plane of this board. So here this is NO2, here this is COOH. So here we have pair of enantiomers of dinitro-diphenylic acid. So this is the pair of enantiomers of dinitro-diphenylic acid. Here both the images, mirror images, are non-superimposable. When we kept this image over this, then this ring lie in the plane, well this is perpendicular plane, this is in the perpendicular plane, this is in the plane. So both the images cannot be superimposable. So such non-superimposable mirror images, when shown by any compound or any stereoisomers, these are called as enantiomers, and this is the property by which they are exist in a non-superimposable images. It is called as chirality. Hence such a biphenyls which are having bulkier ortho groups. So these bulkier ortho groups, hence because of this repulsion both rings will lie like this, hence this bond rotation get hindered. So this is the restricted rotation. This rotation is restricted. Rotation of carbon-carbon single bond is restricted or hindered, and this hindered rotation of this single bond between biphenyls due to bulkier ortho substituents called as Atropisimerism, and this phenomenon is called as optical isomerism of biphenyls. So we have to see here next examples in which some of the compounds having ortho groups or some compounds may not have ortho groups. So basic and fundamental requirement to show optical isomerism for biphenyls is the ortho group should be large enough to restrict rotation of carbon-carbon single bond. So these ortho group should be large enough to restrict rotation. If these groups are very smaller, then they are not able to restrict this rotation. So the rings can be like this, coplanar, coaxial, coplanar, coaxial. So this cannot be resolved, means it cannot be isolated in a enantiomeric form, pure isomeric form. So here such a compounds cannot be resolved when the groups are smaller or the rotation is unhindered. But this rotation should be hindered to show optical isomerism in biphenyls. In 1922, the scientists Christie and Kenner first prepared optically active dinitrodiphenic acid using Ullmann reaction. He has taken ethyl chloronitrobenzoate, reacts with copper powder, undergoes, followed by hydrolysis, gives dinitrodiphenic acid. Now see here the first optically active biphenyl synthesized by scientists Christie and Kenner. So here this is Cl, COOET, here this is NO2. So here this is ethyl chloronitrobenzoate. When these two molecules undergoes Ullmann reaction, so this is coupling takes place between these two aryl halides in presence of copper powder followed by hydrolysis. So this ester undergoes hydrolysis, gives carboxylic acid. So here we get this one linked with other and dinitrodiphenic acid is obtained as a product. So here this is NO2, COOH, COOH. So here suppose this lie in a plane, so this can be above the plane, this can be below the plane. So this is first optically active biphenyl prepared by the scientists Christie and Kenner in 1922 from the Ullmann reaction of ethyl chloronitrobenzoate. So here we have seen here the example of optically active dinitrodiphenic acid exists in enantiomeric forms. Now we have to see a few other examples in which some of the compounds, when smaller groups or less ortho substitute groups are there, then they cannot show optical isomerism or they cannot be resolved. So we have to see here few examples. At least 3 groups should be there to show optical isomerism. This is COOH, CH3, CH3, COOH. So this is optically active because the 4 groups are Bulkier groups having or placed at ortho position. This is optically active. We have to see next example. This is suppose NH2, this is COOH, diaminodiphenic acid, 6,6-diamino diphenic acid. So this is amino group, diaminodiphenic acid. It is also chiral. If we have some 3 groups, NO2, COOH, and here there is a COOH, here there is a hydrogen. So this is also chiral because here this nitro group is very bulkier, COOH is bulkier, and this COOH is also bulkier. So this rotation is hindered. So this rotation is hindered. What is requirement for be optical active compound? This carbon-carbon bond rotation is hindered and both should lie in a perpendicular plane. Both the rings should be lie in a perpendicular plane. So this rotation is hindered or restricted. So this is also chiral. So these are the chiral compounds, or these compounds can be resolved in a pure stereoisomeric form, while we have to see few examples in which they cannot be resolved. Here we have suppose COOH, here we have COOH, and here we are having nitro group 2. Instead of ortho, it is to the para position. So only ortho groups are these two groups COH and this COH, and only two groups are not sufficient to restrict rotation of carbon-carbon single bond, so it is not resolved. So this compound cannot be resolved, or this is optically inactive, because these rings are lie like this, or this rotation is continuing. This rotation cannot be hindered. So this is optically inactive and this cannot be resolved. But we have to see one next example that is having only two bulkier groups, but it shows optical isomerism, that is biphenyl disulfonic acid. So this is SO3H, SO3H. So here this sulfoxy group is very bulkier and this interacts with this hydrogen. So both the rings lie like this. So both the rings here lie like this. SO3H, and here comes towards us SO3H. So this ring comes towards us and this goes behind, this two carbons goes behind, and here this is hydrogen, here this is hydrogen. So this, to avoid interaction of this sulfoxy with hydrogen, both the rings lie in a perpendicular plane. So here both the rings lie in a perpendicular plane and shows optical isomerism. This is optically active because of hindered rotation. Rotation is hindered about this carbon-carbon single bond. So this is here optically active biphenyl disulfonic acid. If we see here example of diamino diphenylic acid, now here it is chiral because this ring and this ring lie in a perpendicular form. So it is chiral, but when it treated with sulfuric acid, it undergoes condensation reaction and lost this water molecule. This attacks here and this undergoes protonation. So there is a cyclization taking place. Here also this water molecule, this oxygen takes H plus ion from the sulfuric acid. So it gives dilactam compound, and the dilactam is optically inactive because it is lying in a one plane. NH C double bond O, C double bond O, NH. So here this is dilactam compound, and this dilactam is coplanar and it is optically inactive. Because this whole compound lie in a one plane, it is having center of symmetry. See this is center. So here it is having center of symmetry and it fails to show optical isomerism. So what is the condition for optical activity or optical isomerism for the biphenyls? Then it should have larger groups or bulkier groups to ortho position, and these groups should enough to restrict rotation of carbon-carbon single bond. When this rotation is hindered or blocked, then it shows optical isomerism. So the ortho substrate group should be large enough to restrict rotation, and this group should be dissimilar because to destroy the symmetry. So here we have seen optical isomerism of biphenyls due to Atropisimerism. This is optical isomerism shown by biphenyls due to the restricted rotation of this carbon-carbon single bond. Thank you.